And like on a meeting that people can hear? I would love to, but I don't really have time right now. Just give me 1 sec, okay? Thank you. All right. I don't. Yeah, there you are. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Good, good, good. All right, I am gonna make you host.
Okay.
Make host. Change host. All right, you are now the host.
Okay.
And school committee's got the same link and everything, so you're just gonna roll on through using the same meeting. You
Yep.
should be all good. I am
Good.
gonna go now. Usually
Okay.
this works fine, but if for some reason the meeting suddenly closes, shoot me an email and I will
Okay.
reopen it. All right.
All right. Thank you. Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I hate how Zoom doesn't give you a preview of what you look like on camera before you join the meeting. We do all our other meetings in Google Meet and it shows you. So it's
Yeah.
always a little bit like, oh my God, am I going to have something in my teeth or like a big lump in my hair or something?
Uh,
This has been like the most chaotic week for so Friday, I don't think anybody had school. Monday, nobody had school. Tuesday, I had a delay. One kid didn't have school, one did have school. Wednesday, I had an early release. Both kids had school. Today was both kids didn't have school, but I had to go to work. So I'm hoping that I'll get one good day.
Hello.
yeah. Hi. No, this morning when I woke up to no power again, I decided I am done with this week.
Yep.
Needs to end. I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had
Well, poor little Swift River School has not had school since last Thursday.
Oh man.
They
Yeah.
haven't had power and the roads were impassable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so here we are. And I haven't been able to get to the school, so I don't usually have my paper in front of me, but not today. I'm going to do it electronically. So here we go.
Can I just ask something?
Yep.
So it looked like, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but it looked like most of them had a MASC one and then the Shutesbury one, except for like 3 of them that seemed like there was just the MASC one.
Yes.
Okay.
That means that we didn't have a Shutesbury policy at that time. Or ever had a Shutesbury policy. That's why we only included the MASC one.
Okay.
And Caitlin's here because most of them are
I
going
have to do with accounting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I will call the meeting to order at 6:33. The first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from November 17th. Do I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
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 Thank you. So policies for review, we will start with policy DGA, which is authorized signatures. And I believe that is an MASC update. So we had a policy from 20 that just says the chair of the school committee or designee will sign payrolls, including vendor warrants, and the town treasurer, who also serves as the school department treasurer, signs all checks drawn against school department funds. However, the new MASC policy says, and this is based on updates to the law from 2021, the committee will designate by roll call vote a single member responsible for the review and approval of all warrants as correct and approved for payment, and a record of this approval will be made available on the next regular school committee meeting agenda. And then the municipal treasurer is also the same. So that language implements the single signatory, say that 5 times fast, which we've had, but it does say we would designate that member by roll call vote. So my recommendation is to do the MASC version of DGA. Any questions or comments? Okay. The next policy is policy DH, and that's bonded employees. So we have the MASC version of that. And that policy simply says that each employee of the school district who is assigned the responsibility of receiving and dispersing funds will be bonded individually or covered by a blanket bond, and the municipality pays the cost. Any questions or comments on DH? Okay. Thank you. The next one we're going to look at is policy DI, fiscal accounting and reporting. So we have the Shutesbury version, which was updated in 2008. And then we have the newer version, which is from MASC. And that was updated in 2021 by MASC. And it's slightly different. It says the superintendent is ultimately responsible, not just for receiving and properly accounting for, but maintaining effective internal controls, safeguarding of property, assurance of expenditures. It also talks about our accounting system needs to conform with the Uniform Massachusetts accounting system, and that you will receive periodic financial statements from the superintendent, which is through Caitlin as the Director of Finance and Operations. Any questions or comments about DI? I would recommend going with the updated version to the full committee. The next one, Caitlin, you've just lived through these, right? DIE and DI, the fiscal audits. And so MASC talks about audits, and I don't believe we had an audit policy prior. And Caitlin can speak to this. We will have to change the first sentence, I believe, Caitlin, correct? Because it's not conducted annually.
So DESE only requires us to do an end of year report audit once every 3 years because we're a single school municipality. So this language kind of seems like it is that we would have to do it annually. Right now, once every 3 years works out better for us financially because audits are about $5,000 each, and a little exhausting. But so I think that's my concern about this updated policy.
But we have word from DESE, correct, that talks about the audit every 3 years?
We do, yep. So when I first started, you have to just kind of fill out a table that says we're going to waive this year, we're going to complete it this year, waive this year, complete it this year, and that's the expectation from DESE.
So can we bring this back, or we can approve it, but we don't have the edited language this evening. But we would need to edit, Caitlin, together, you and I, maybe, and have Adam take a look at it, that first paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
So are people okay with us bringing that one back?
Mm-hmm.
The next committee meeting? Or are people okay with us just editing it and bringing it to the full committee?
I think since we already discussed it, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead with the edit.
Okay. Caitlin and I will take care of the edit. Thank you. The next policy we're going to look at is policy DJ, which is purchasing. We have a policy that we worked on and approved back in 21, and they did updates. So if you want to take a look at our DJ and then take a look at MASC's DJ and any discussion or comment regarding that. There's a new bullet that talks about promoting social and economic goals, such as encouraging local small minority and women-owned businesses to participate. And then it also talks about designating the purchase agent and using purchase orders. So this was just updated in 2022, and I would recommend DJ the MASC version to the full committee. Any questions or comments on that policy?
Nope.
Policy DJE is procurement requirements.
Okay, settle down, guys. I think we're getting too excited over these policies. We need to bring it down, bring it down.
See, this is what Caitlin does every day, hence my eyes sometimes glaze over when I think about her job. And I mean it that in no offense to all the fantastic work you do, Caitlin. We don't have a procurement policy, and this one just talks about services or supplies over 50,000. Those are sealed bids. That you reserve the right for us to reject any or all bids and to accept the bid that appears to be in the best interest of the schools. Talks about the 30-day time period. And any procurements less than 10,000 are obtained through exercise of sound business practices. So I would say we should probably have a procurement policy. So I'd like to move this one to the full committee.
Sounds good.
Okay. I feel like I'm making you all fall asleep. Policy DK are payment procedures. And that one, I don't believe we have at Shutesbury. So this one talks about how we process. So all claims for payments from the school department funds will be processed in accordance with procedures developed by the superintendent. And we do have procedures in the business department based on DESI. Invoices are supported by approved purchase orders. And then salaries are based on salary schedules approved by the school committee. We don't exceed the amount allocated in the budget. I would think that would be number one, right? And that you will receive monthly list of bills or warrants. And then this reconnects to that policy about a single signatory to review the warrants. And that at any time, any of the invoices, statements, and vouchers are available for any school committee upon request. Any questions or comments on DK? And we have two more policies. One is KCD, which is public gifts to the school. And the MASC version says all grants and gifts will be reviewed and accepted by the school committee before expenditure or use, which is why we have that section on our agenda every month. When we accept gifts from industry, business, or special interest groups, we would have no extensive advertising or promotion, and that the gifts are automatically the property of the school district.
Okay, I'm gonna get wacky on this one and say
Okay.
that I actually felt like the Shutesbury version of this
Yes.
it gave, like, for people who don't do this kind of work on a day-to-day basis, like, it gave a good list of reasons why you might not want to accept a gift in kind. So I thought I would actually rather keep our, like the Shutesbury one that actually lines that out.
And I am fine with that. That's public gifts to the school district, KCDA, correct?
Mhm.
I am totally fine with keeping that one. Caitlin, do you have any concerns?
No, if you prefer the language in the last one and it seems to be clearer, then I'm in support.
Okay, so we don't have to bring this forward. What I will do for KCDA is just say reviewed and then today's date, reviewed on 1/26/23.
That was the power move I had for this policy meeting. So
At least I
Right.
didn't put you to sleep. You're wide awake because you had a
I
power
know
move.
you spiced it up a little bit.
Yeah, I know Jackie probably would have presented policies in a super exciting way, or maybe worn a hat or some headband. No, I'm in black. I'm mourning the fact that we've had horrible weather.
I was just talking with a friend about how we all just really have to remember that this is what January and February in this area of the world is like.
Yes, thank you for that lovely reminder.
But it will pass. It just is always like this. It's just dark and cold and stormy and
January
yeah.
and January. So we are ever efficient as always. Policy peeps, it's 6:47. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Sorry, wait, don't we have one more?
Do we have one more?
You said we had two more, but I only had one last sheet, so I was a little nervous that I didn't have the last one.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
know what? Because we had renamed KCD and renumbered it as KCDA back in
Oh,
13. So we
okay.
had two to look at, but only make a decision about one.
Okay.
And we had the power move, so we are good to go. Do I have a motion to adjourn at 6:48?
So moved.
I think Julie's frozen.
Yep.
Did this
There. Are you back?
I think I'm back?
Can you
A
second the
second.
motion if
A
you so
second.
choose?
And-
Thank you ever
and
so
then-
much.
Do you have to stay on so that Yeah.
This has to stay open.
Oh, so
Is it
this
the
is the
same
same
thing for
link?
Yeah, because,
Okay.
but I think we can stop the recording and then start it for the second one.
Yes.
yeah. I'll
So
figure
we
it out.
can exit, but don't really exit, just shut ourselves down sound wise and video wise.
Yeah,
maybe-
yeah.
Yeah, just stop the recording for this one.
Okay.
All right.